So I'm sitting down here after practice. I've just been thinking about a lot of stuff, and I want to tell you guys about my new project. For those of you following the channel, you've seen a lot of Alice in Chains content, a lot of grunge content, a lot of analysis videos, reaction videos, stuff like that. My new project is actually a Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute band. I want to play some gigs. I want to shred some guitar. When I first started playing guitar, just like anybody, you play heavy metal and then you discover Stevie Ray Vaughan and then you play blues. And then from there I went into B.B. King and Buddy Guy and Albert King and, all the blues guys a little bit, but those are the main ones that I got into. And I would love to do a B.B. King tribute band, although there's many reasons, even though I look just like him, there's many reasons to not do that. But Stevie Ray Vaughan, man, I could wear the hat, I could get some earrings, I could wear a frilly shirt and get a cool strap, and I've already got Stratocasters, and in fact, my Strat right now is in the shop getting tuned down to E flat and polished up and fixed up because there's a lot of things wrong. It was basically unplayable. But yeah, so I've been downstairs ripping on my telly, which I've got to sound pretty close. I've got a Fender DeVille 410 amplifier and a tube screamer and a Telecaster with single coils. But man, it sounds pretty close. I can't wait to get the Strat back and hear that. Got practice tonight with a couple cats, bass and drums. No keyboards yet, but bass and drums, and that's going to be good. I can do a little SRV trio. We're going to do our first rehearsal tonight, and I'm stoked. I've been ripping all morning. I've been ripping so hard I freaking cut my finger open. I'm kidding, but I did rip my finger open at a gig the other night. I hosted an open mic at George's Bonnie Lake Tavern. And I went to put the mic stand away, and I was pushing to try to condense it, and it was stuck, and I was pushing. I pushed so hard, part of the bottom shoved right into my finger, and it just slit right through my finger. And it was right on the callus too, so I couldn't feel it, but you could see it, and I could feel the motion, the pressure of the cut of the pole going right through my hand. It's hard to explain, but just be careful when you're tearing down. I almost made it through a perfect gig. A lot of people showed up. We had tons of new singers. We had Lindy, I'm not gonna be able to come up with her name right now. Linde Nicola. I don't know. She was ripping. Perfect voice, perfectly in tune, a lot of energy, a lot of character, good rhythm. At an open mic, you don't see a lot of good rhythm, at least in my experience. She was really aggressive with her chord strumming, and it was awesome. There was tons of other good people too. We get a guy named Michael Jeffries that comes through that his voice is like Shinedown or Seether or something, but it's more of a country Chris Stapleton vibe. He's insanely good. Check out Michael Jeffrey right now. Anyway, we were having a perfect night at the BLT, and I cut my finger open, and I panic. And one of the I don't know if she's an owner or manager, or if she's just a what do you call it, server? I don't know. One of the workers there, she hooked me up. I think her name was Kat. She hooked me up with a Band-Aid and with a little cleaner. She's like, "You got to clean it. You don't want it to get infected." It was very, very caring, and I thought that was really cool. I'm just at a bar, whatever. You don't have to put that much care into it, but she got me a Band-Aid. I've been ripping all day on it. It's kind of hard to get the right feel. I feel like I'm getting a Tony Iommi tone, except a Band-Aid instead of a metal fake finger. So it's kind of hard to play, but I'm just lucky that when I ripped my finger in half, it wasn't detrimental to my playing. I can still play Stevie Ray Vaughan licks and stuff. So yeah, practicing Rude Mood and Scuttlebutton and Pride and Joy and Texas Flood. A lot of the slow blues ones like Ain't Gonna Give Up on Love and You Better Leave My Little Girl Alone. What about Mom, look at little sister, yeah. That's another cool thing is his vocals are just classic blues, nothing crazy. If I did a B.B. King thing, that'd be impossible to sing. Buddy Guy, impossible to sing. Stevie Ray Vaughan, I can sing, and I can focus on the guitar stuff, which it's gonna be tough, especially when you put your name out there as a Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute. You gotta really nail it. So I'm a little nervous about that, but every time I pick up the guitar and start playing, I can do it. I know I can do it. I mean, close enough, obviously not exactly, but I'm getting pretty close. If I can get it to sound this close on a telly, then I'll be stoked. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time on that. If you guys want to see some videos, just let me know in the comments below this. If I could do some rehearsal videos or some band practice videos, or at least some videos of live performances. I'm stoked to get starting to gig in Seattle a lot more. I play with a band, Slim Wizzy. We play all over the place, making some good money. I do the Taylor John Harden Band, which is just cover songs but with bass and drums. Sometimes another guitarist, and then eventually get this SRV thing rolling. I want to get a pick guard. You know, as pick guard says SRV, I could do TJH, huh? But in the same font as SRV. That's another thing I'm thinking about. Do I do it exactly like him? Do I pretend I'm Stevie Ray Vaughan? I don't know how tribute bands work. The only reason I'm doing this is I got recommended. I reached out to a couple people, like booking agents, managers, and sent them some videos. They're like, dude, you should do a Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute band. Tribute bands are hot right now. You get booked at casinos, and I love playing casinos, dude. They comp your room, they comp your meals, and they pay good. And usually you do 2 nights, so you leave your gear there one night. The next day you show up, you don't even get a setup. You just show up, rip like a rock star, dude. It's awesome. So I'm a big fan of playing the casinos. It feels, feel like I'm actually a musician when I do these gigs. I don't just go home after, you go back to your hotel room. Like, gotta do it again tomorrow. It just feels good. It feels like a professional musician. It feels like awesome, and I love it. So I want to do that. That's the whole idea behind the SRV thing, and eventually use these SRV guys as musicians for my Taylor John Harden band if I need to, or write some of my own music, and then really get going. Think about doing like Kenny Wayne Shepherd thing, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Taylor John Harden. You got to use all 3 of your names if you're going to play blues. B King. No, I don't know. It's going to be a new vibe doing a tribute band, but that's always kind of been my style. I can dive deep into one artist pretty good. I like doing that. Tunnel vision, if you will. So let's use it to my advantage. And when I'm playing the solos, I'm always thinking like, oh, do your own thing. Don't do just Stevie Ray Vaughan. Now when I'm practicing, I'm like, don't do your own thing. Just do Stevie Ray Vaughan as good as you can. And I actually think that's going to help me find my own style even better, because I'm going to be able to differentiate between the two a lot easier. Before it's just like, where am I getting these licks? I don't know. But now I'm like, oh, this is a Stevie Ray Vaughan moment right here. Right? That's Stevie Ray Vaughan. So I've been working on my pedal board. Got to go to the store. I got to go to Home Depot later and get one of them little plugs to put in the back of my, it's like a little adapter just for an IEC cable, just a regular plug, but it's got to fit in my pedal board. Those of you that have a pedal train, it's got a little hole and you can't fit fat adapters in there, plug-ins, so you got to get the little one. So I got to go do that. It's like a $2 item, but it saves the day big time. Got all my pedals. I got this really cool pedal from Summit Sound Labs, a guy in Tacoma. His name's Rob, and he just gave me a free pedal. It's a distortion pedal. It's like a rat on one side and another distortion pedal on the other side, and it's awesome. I even use it for the Stevie Ray Vaughan thing. I use it kind of as a boost. I don't know what I use it as. I just have like 4 different distortion pedals as like gain staging. Those of you that know gain staging, you have like a light gain, a heavier gain, and then like a boost or something. I have like 4 levels of that. So I've been experimenting with gain staging. I'm behind in the pedal game. I played guitar for 20 years with no pedals, other than maybe a tube screamer and a wah pedal here and there. But now is the time for pedals. And in the last 4 months, I've probably spent $2,000 on pedals. Mostly gain, mostly gain pedals, mostly distortion pedals and overdrives. I got a couple modulation pedals, phaser, because we play, what's that song by Leonard Skinner? Call Me the Breeze has a nice phaser at the beginning. So I got a Phase 95 for that. And then we play Riders on the Storm. I got a tremolo for that. I literally use my modulation pedals for one thing. I'm about to get a Dimension C, those Boss Wazacraft Dimension Cs I hear a lot about, and I'm like, I don't have a need for it. It's Stevie Ray Vaughan. Now I've got a need. So I'm about to be dropping money on that. I just bought a Keeley compressor. I went through Mythos and got the Chupacabra, JHS. I got the AT Plus. I got the Morning Glory, which is probably my favorite gain pedal. It's a low gain, transparent overdrive. It's beautiful. I love it. It's like always on in my cover band. And Slim Wizzy, it's always on pretty much. I turn it off for like real clean. Like if you need to do skank, I can go real clean and do no pedals. Another thing about this DeVille, I do no pedals on that, and it's so clean and so good. Anyway, that amp is so loud that the neighbors, even if it's on like 0.5 volume, I get complaints from the neighbors. So can't use the DeVille 410 all the time for practice, but I'm excited to take it in to rehearsal today and really crank that bitch up, see what it sounds like. So yeah, pedals, amps, guitars, setups, practice. I'm back in it, man. I'm full on musician now. I'm still gonna do Alice in Chains stuff. I'm still gonna do grunge stuff. In fact, I got a cool history of grunge video coming soon that I just filmed. Hopefully it's good. I don't know, it's my first try at like a documentary style video. I'm excited to put that out. So that's pretty much an update for you guys. Make sure you leave in the comments what you want to see the most, because all of this takes a lot of work, and I want to know that people appreciate it so I can have motivation to keep doing it. But when all is said and done, at the end of the day, cliches, colloquialisms, all things considered, I got to enjoy it in order to do it, and sometimes I don't enjoy making videos, so I got to make sure and do the videos that I do enjoy, or else I won't be able to keep it up. But one thing I do know, another colloquialism probably, one thing I do know is I love playing, I love practicing, I love gigging, and I love making that money. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Get practicing, or whatever you do, get doing it. Peace.